Welcome back to the channel that breaks down everything you wish someone would have told you before making a move. I'm Megan Thomas, your local real estate professional here in Southern Indiana, and today I'm breaking down a quick market update of what's happening in Vanderburgh and Warrick County in November, and then I am going to take time to deep dive into some numbers from January to November of this year and January of November to last year, so make sure you stick around for that. In Warrick, for the month of November, 61 new homes went on the market, 53 sold. They took about 40 days on average to sell. They sold for about $361,439 on average, and they were selling at 96.7% of asking price. That is a 15.4% increase from last year. You have to remember Warrick County has Newburgh, Boonville, Chandville, Linville, Elberfeld, and Tennyson in it, and it ranged anywhere from $77,000 to about $1 million in sales. It's just a large area and sometimes a higher priced area in Warrick. So those numbers are a little wonky. I know that sounds like a really high price increase from last year just for the month of November, but Warrick County, you kind of have to take that with a grain of salt. It is not that significant in Vanderburgh County. In Vanderburgh County in November of 2025, 77 new homes went listing, 190 properties sold. It took about 32 days on average for them to get off the market. They sold for about $236,916, and they were selling at 98% of asking price. That's a 3.4% increase from last year. So you can see the difference in price increase percentage from Warrick to Vanderburgh County. It's pretty significant in Warrick, so that's not just the only number you want to focus on. The range from selling in Vanderburgh County was from about $27,000 to $950,000, so quite a bit lower end and then not quite as high end of the spectrum. As an agent, I found some numbers pretty interesting from Vanderburgh and Warrick County from January to now, where we are. What is most interesting about these numbers, I feel, is that for the longest time, the number we were seeing that was new was less than what we were seeing as sold. That was making our inventory go backwards. More were selling than were coming on the market. In 2024 and in 2025, there were more new properties than sold. So we are seeing that increase in inventory. Other numbers I found to be interesting were the price changes from 2024 to 2025. So listings and their price they were listed for to what they changed to do price drops to get sold was up 15.8%. So in 2024, there were 2,072 price changes. In 2025, there were 2,400 price changes. Another interesting number was expired listing. So a listing goes on the market, it does not sell within the time frame of its listing contract and gets removed from the market. It's up 27%. In 2024, it was 200 properties. In 2025, it was 254. So that was in Vanderburgh. Going over those same numbers in Warrick from January to November of 2024 and 2025, same things with inventory. We're seeing it go up. In 2024, 892 were new, 718 sold. That sold number is less than that new number. In 2025, 959 were new, 720 sold. So a little bit more came on the market, a few more sold. But again, that new to the market number is higher than that sold number, helping increase that inventory number that we do need to see. Price change was up 20%. In 2024, it was 692 properties. In 2025, it was 833. The expireds were up 68%. So it was 57 expired in 2024 and 96 in 2025. No matter the market, buyer, seller, anything like that, pricing appropriately is so important. What we're seeing now is that with more inventory ticking up, it is very common, normal, expected to see average days on market tick up, which is a terrifying thing for people who are used to seeing houses fly off the market in 2 days. You need to really know, your agent really needs to know the area's average days on market from the comps that went sold within the last few months of that area, homes that are active in that area, and homes that are currently pending in that area to see how that home that you are trying to sell compares. Is it at the top tier? Everything is just chef's kiss perfect. That doesn't mean we're in a market where you get to add more money to that list price. It's where we're in a market that you can get at that comfortable number close to the top in hopes that you see less days on market, not necessarily that it will go for more. And I think that's something that's going to be a really important switch to focus on is important, is to know that when you're listing your house, it's knowing that it might not fly off the market in 2 hours, but you're going to be within that average time frame if you're priced right and it's in the right condition. Not that you let it sit on the market because you overpriced it. We are seeing changes. Buyers are pickier. Buyers are not accepting houses that they're going to have to do a lot of work to at the top tier of their budget. So very much a seller's market still based off of supply and demand numbers with inventory, but buyers are having a lot more say and discussion as to what they're willing to concede to when purchasing a home. So it's all very doable. It is strategic. It is being purposeful about what's best for your goals and your current situation. That all starts with a conversation. Questions. Knowledge is power. Numbers give you knowledge. So now you have the power to go out and make a strong decision for yourself in the future and maybe a goal to accomplish in 2026. I'm Megan Thomas, a real estate professional here in Southern Indiana with the McBride Real Estate Group at Keller Williams. And my number is 812-205-8270. I'll see you around the tri-state.